Your dream job is to work for LEGO, but you're not really sure if you should apply, and you're doubtful and you're not sure if it's worth it. So in this video I'm going to tell you my top 7 things of having worked for LEGO as a model designer. Before we get on with the good stuff, let's start with the bad stuff. If your dream job is to work as a LEGO model designer, you have to be willing to go to Denmark. And Denmark, it's cold and it's dark most of the year. So the winters can be really harsh, and for instance, in the peak of winter I would go for work around 7:30. I would leave home at around that time and it would be night. And when I would get off work around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it would still be night. So there were weeks or even months during winter that I wouldn't be out in the sun. So if you like sun, Denmark is probably not the best country for you. But the houses in Denmark are really good and really prepared for the winter there, so you shouldn't worry about that. Most of my winters inside were spent using t-shirts, so it was really nice. The second bad thing about Denmark is the language. You can get by using English, almost everyone talks English, but it's always nice to learn the language if you can and if you want. But it's a really hard language that doesn't relate to anything that, at least that I had come across before, because it's not close to, I don't know, Italian or Spanish or German or French. I guess German in a way, but it's still a hard language to master. So if you're deciding to go to Denmark, start your classes like straight away. Otherwise, you'll never do it. But now let's get on with the good stuff. So number 1, work-life balance. In Denmark, as I think probably with most Nordic countries, they worry about you, they worry about your well-being, and there's this work-life balance unwritten rule of the 8s, which is 8 hours to sleep, 8 hours to work, and 8 hours for yourself. So it is like that. The working hours of LEGO are from 8 to 4 usually, and they don't want you to do like extra hours unless you really need to. And during 3.5 years, I had to do extra hours for like maybe 4 or 5 days tops during those 3.5 years. So you get what I mean. And let's say that you need to take care of paperwork outside of work, you need to do a medical appointment or anything like that. It's okay, you can just leave. As long as you don't miss your deadlines, it's fine. Nobody will blame you for that, and it really is an advantage. So you are the owner of your own time and you can manage your own time the way you see fit. And as long as you're responsible and you deliver your working time, you're good. But all in all, I think it's good. I had time for myself, I had time for my family, I had time for work, I had time for sleep. So work-life balance, number 1. Number 2 is healthcare. If you go to Denmark, you have one of the best healthcare systems in the world, and it's free. Well, I guess it's not exactly free because you pay 35 to 40% of taxes of your income, but still, it's somewhat free and it works. It really works. Comparing it to the reality in Portugal, with the free healthcare system in Portugal and the free healthcare system in Denmark, it's way better, and it really works whenever I need it, whenever my kids need it or my wife needed it. And it gives you peace of mind. You know that if you need anything and if you're in bad shape, it will work and it will be there for you. So a major plus in my book. Number 3 is holiday. In Denmark or in LEGO, let's say, you get 25 days of paid vacation and also 5 extra days on top of that. So 30 all in all, which is amazing, I would say. And there's also paternity leave. As a dad, you can take up to 3 months of paid paternity leave, while moms can take up to 1 year of paid maternity leave, which is really awesome, and it really gives you time to stay with your kids in the first few months, which are the most important ones. Number 4 is amazing people, in my eyes. I have met some of the most amazing persons and the most talented people in LEGO, working for LEGO. And I'm not just talking about model builders, because there's a ton of them and probably the best in the world, but also graphic designers and people managers and all of that. During the recruitment process, I felt that your personality and the way you deal with things and life in general and in stress is the most defining aspect of getting a job at LEGO, and not so much your building skills or your graphic design skills or whatever. It's your personality. So there's very high standards for Lego, I would say, so you will for sure meet some of the most amazing people ever, and I mean it. And I miss lots of my colleagues, some of them which I can call friends, which is something very uncommon to me, to be able to be referring to colleagues of work as friends, but they really are, and they really are some of the most amazing people in the world, so there's that. Number 5 is cake. So at Lego, there's always a reason to celebrate something. There's like anniversaries, there's like, I don't know, launch parties for a new upcoming line or a new upcoming game or movie or whatever. Whatever the reason might be, there's always reason for cake. I've gone to cake invitations of people who had bought their house or they bought their first car. So yeah, whenever you're craving for cake, if you look around, you'll eventually find someone who's having like a birthday party or a farewell party or whatever. There's always cake. That's a plus. And now we're getting into the really good stuff. For me personally, the best perks of working for Lego. So number 6 is discounted Lego prices. So working for Lego in Denmark, you get access to the employee staff shop, and the employee staff shop has all the Lego that you could imagine, all current sets in production, all current exclusives and whatnot, but they're also at discounted prices. So for me, that was a fan prior to being hired by Lego. That was a dream. Everything was discounted, sometimes even more than half of the price. And I would go there often to check things out, to see what was there. So yeah, and that's the reason why I bought so much stuff and brought so much stuff from Denmark, because it was really cheap. And number 7, the best perk of working for Lego, personally, is free Lego. You would get free Lego every now and then for whatever reason, and yes, please give it to me. Those were the days that I was most happy about, was like the days that I would get a free Lego box, because deep down inside, I'm still a fan. I will never say no to free Lego, and you would get that a lot at the company. You always get a copy of the set that you have worked on. Sometimes people are clearing out some storage rooms with old Lego boxes and they would give those away. There would be contests that I would be making my best to try and win. There would be giveaways, there would be, I don't know, all sorts of things that would give you free Lego. And for me, that was the best thing there was, honestly. Yeah, and that's it, guys. For me, those were the top 7 things of having worked for Lego. So if you're still unsure, I hope I cleared some things out for you guys. So head on to lego.com and to the jobs website and find a position that suits you. I will say to you, you will not regret it by one bit. I mean it. If you like the video, please leave a like, and on the comment section down below, please ask me anything about the job or about the country, and if I can answer, I would be very happy to do it for you. And please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. Let's build something fun today.